Today, I want to address a sensitive and often misunderstood topic: the impact of alcohol consumption during sexual intercourse, viewed from a medical perspective. It's crucial to understand that while popular culture may often portray alcohol as a sexual enhancer, the reality, backed by scientific evidence, is far more nuanced and often detrimental. Alcohol is a depressant. While it might initially lower inhibitions and create a feeling of relaxation, its effects on the body and brain are complex and can significantly impair sexual function and decision-making. Physiologically, alcohol can interfere with the body's natural responses necessary for sexual arousal and orgasm. In men, it can lead to erectile dysfunction and premature ejaculation. In women, it can reduce vaginal lubrication and make achieving orgasm more difficult. Furthermore, alcohol can cloud judgment, leading to risky behaviors and an increased likelihood of unprotected sex. This, in turn, raises the risk of sexually transmitted infections and unplanned pregnancies. From a neurological standpoint, alcohol affects the areas of the brain responsible for pleasure, impulse control, and cognitive function. This can lead to impaired communication and difficulty in obtaining consent, potentially resulting in harmful and even illegal situations. It is also crucial to consider the long-term effects of chronic alcohol consumption on sexual health. Prolonged alcohol abuse can lead to hormonal imbalances, liver damage, and nerve damage, all of which can contribute to chronic sexual dysfunction. Therefore, from a medical perspective, while moderate alcohol consumption may not always have a negative impact on sexual activity, it's crucial to understand the potential risks and consequences. Responsible decision-making, clear communication, and prioritizing sexual health are paramount. If you or someone you know is struggling with alcohol abuse or experiencing sexual dysfunction, please seek professional help. Open communication with your healthcare provider is essential for addressing these concerns and ensuring overall well-being. Thank you for your attention to this important topic. Let us continue to promote informed decisions and responsible practices in all aspects of sexual health. Alright, let's talk about something a little sensitive, but important: drinking alcohol during intercourse from a medical point of view. Now, I'm not here to judge anyone's personal choices. However, it's crucial to understand the potential effects and risks involved. Physiologically, alcohol is a depressant. This means it can slow down your central nervous system. For some, that might initially lead to feelings of relaxation and lowered inhibitions, which can be perceived as desirable in a sexual context. However, there are significant downsides. Reduced sensation. Alcohol can actually decrease physical sensation for both men and women. This can make it harder to achieve orgasm. Erectile dysfunction. For men, alcohol can interfere with achieving and maintaining an erection. This is a common and well-documented side effect. Delayed orgasms. Both men and women may experience delays in reaching orgasm under the influence of alcohol. Impaired judgment. Perhaps the most concerning effect is impaired judgment. Alcohol can lead to riskier sexual behavior, including unprotected sex, increasing the risk of STIs and unwanted pregnancies. Communication issues. Alcohol can hinder clear communication, making it harder to establish consent and express boundaries during sexual activity. Long-term health. Consistent heavy drinking can lead to long-term health problems, including liver damage, heart problems, and neurological issues, which can indirectly affect sexual function. From a medical perspective, responsible alcohol consumption is key, and ideally, abstinence is the safest choice. If you choose to drink, moderation is paramount. Know your limits. and be aware of how alcohol is affecting your body and your judgment. Most importantly, consent is paramount. Alcohol should never be used to coerce or take advantage of someone. Remember that someone who is intoxicated cannot legally consent to sexual activity. If you're concerned about your alcohol consumption or its impact on your sexual health, please talk to your doctor or a qualified healthcare professional. They can provide personalized advice and support. They are there to help you, not to judge you. In conclusion, while the idea of alcohol-enhancing sex might be appealing, the reality is that it often carries more risks than benefits. Prioritize your health, safety, and the well-being of your partner. Thank you. Esteemed colleagues, professionals, and concerned individuals, today, I want to address a sensitive and important topic: the intersection of alcohol consumption and sexual activity, viewed through a medical lens. It's crucial to understand that while alcohol may seem to lower inhibitions and potentially enhance perceived pleasure, its effects on the human body can be detrimental to both the experience and the well-being of those involved. From a medical perspective, alcohol is a central nervous system depressant. This means it impairs judgment, reduces coordination, and can negatively impact sexual function. Studies have consistently shown that alcohol consumption can lead to decreased libido and arousal. Alcohol can interfere with the physiological processes necessary for arousal in both men and women. Erectile dysfunction. In men, alcohol can impair blood flow to the penis, making it difficult to achieve and maintain an erection. Difficulty reaching orgasm. Alcohol can numb nerve endings and delay or prevent orgasm in both sexes. Impaired decision making. One of the most concerning aspects is the impact on judgment. Intoxicated individuals are more likely to engage in risky sexual behaviors, such as unprotected sex, increasing the risk of sexually transmitted infections, STIs, and unintended pregnancies. Increased risk of sexual assault. Alcohol significantly contributes to instances of sexual assault. Impaired judgment and reduced capacity to consent make individuals more vulnerable. Dehydration. Alcohol acts as a diuretic, leading to dehydration, which can reduce physical stamina and make intercourse uncomfortable. Beyond the immediate effects, long-term heavy drinking can contribute to chronic health problems that further impact sexual health, such as liver damage, nerve damage, and hormonal imbalances. It's imperative that we, as medical professionals and responsible members of society, promote a culture of informed consent and healthy decision-making regarding alcohol and sex. This includes education, providing accurate information about the risks associated with drinking during intercourse. Open communication. Encouraging open and honest conversations about consent, boundaries, and sexual health. Promoting responsible drinking. Advocating for moderation and responsible alcohol consumption. Supporting individuals. Offering support and resources to those who have experienced negative consequences related to alcohol and sex, including STI testing, counseling, and assistance for victims of sexual assault. Ultimately, informed choices are healthy choices. By understanding the medical realities of alcohol's effects, we can strive for safer, more fulfilling, and consensual sexual experiences. Thank you. Clears throat. Adjusts microphone. Good evening, everyone. Tonight, I want to address a sensitive but important topic: the consumption of alcohol during sexual intercourse, examined from a medical perspective. It's crucial to understand that while alcohol might seem to lower inhibitions and create a feeling of relaxation, its effects on the body can significantly impact sexual health and performance. Firstly, alcohol is a depressant. It slows down nerve function, which can lead to decreased sensitivity and difficulty achieving orgasm for both men and women. For men, it can also contribute to erectile dysfunction. Secondly, alcohol impairs judgment. This can lead to risky sexual behavior, including unprotected sex and an increased risk of sexually transmitted infections and unintended pregnancies. Thirdly, excessive alcohol consumption can have long-term health consequences that negatively impact sexual health. This includes liver damage, nerve damage, and hormonal imbalances, all of which can interfere with sexual function and fertility. From a medical standpoint, the ideal scenario is to engage in sexual activity sober. This allows for clear communication, informed consent, and optimal physical response. However, if alcohol is consumed, moderation is key. It's also important to be aware of the potential interactions between alcohol and any medications you may be taking, as some combinations can be dangerous or exacerbate the effects of alcohol. Finally, if you're concerned about your alcohol consumption or its impact on your sexual health, please don't hesitate to consult with a healthcare professional. They can provide personalized advice and support to help you make informed decisions about your health and well-being. Thank you for your attention. I hope this information has been helpful. Listeners, we gather today to discuss a topic that often tiptoes through hushed corridors and provokes a multitude of opinions: the intersection of alcohol consumption during intercourse and various religious perspectives. This is a nuanced and sensitive subject, demanding respectful dialogue and a willingness to understand differing viewpoints. It's crucial to acknowledge from the outset that no single, monolithic religious stance exists on this matter. Diverse interpretations and practices flourish within each faith, reflecting varying cultural contexts, historical traditions, and individual beliefs. Some religions, like certain branches of Christianity, might discourage or even prohibit alcohol consumption altogether, extending that prohibition to all aspects of life, including intimate moments. The rationale often centers on maintaining a clear mind and avoiding the potential for impaired judgment, which is seen as essential for responsible and ethical behavior. Conversely, other traditions may take a more lenient approach. Some interpretations within Judaism, for example, might permit moderate alcohol consumption, particularly during celebratory occasions. However, even in these cases, emphasis is generally placed on responsible drinking and maintaining respect for one's partner and the sanctity of the act. Islam generally prohibits the consumption of alcohol outright. Thus, any form of intoxication during intimacy would be considered a serious violation of religious principles. Hinduism, with its vast array of philosophies and practices, presents a more complex picture. While some schools of thought may discourage alcohol, others might permit its use in specific ritualistic contexts. However, the emphasis generally remains on maintaining self-control and avoiding excesses that could compromise one's spiritual or moral compass. Ultimately, the question of whether or not alcohol consumption is permissible during intercourse is a deeply personal one, often guided by individual conscience, religious upbringing, and a thorough understanding of one's own faith's teachings. It's imperative that we approach this topic with empathy and avoid generalizations. Instead, let us strive to foster open and honest conversations, respecting the diverse perspectives that exist and acknowledging the complex interplay between faith, personal autonomy, and the pursuit of a fulfilling and ethical life. We must always prioritize consent, respect, and the well-being of all parties involved, ensuring that any decisions made are based on clear-headedness and mutual agreement. Thank you. Friends, colleagues, fellow seekers of understanding, we gather today to address a topic often shrouded in silence, layered with tradition, and sometimes fraught with controversy: the intersection of alcohol consumption during intimate relations and religious perspectives. This is a delicate dance, one that requires respect, sensitivity, and a commitment to open dialogue. It's crucial to acknowledge that religious views on alcohol vary dramatically. Some faiths forbid it entirely, seeing it as a path to moral decay and spiritual disconnection. Others permit moderate consumption within specific contexts, such as religious ceremonies or social gatherings. And still others offer more nuanced perspectives, focusing on the intention behind the act and the potential for both good and harm. When we introduce the element of intimacy, the conversation becomes even more complex. Religious texts often emphasize the sanctity of marriage and the importance of purity, both physical and mental, within the marital bond. How then does alcohol, which can cloud judgment and alter inhibitions, fit into this framework? For some, drinking during intercourse may be seen as disrespectful to the sacredness of the act, a violation of the trust and vulnerability inherent in such a profound connection. It might raise concerns about consent, the ability to make clear and informed decisions, and the potential for harm or exploitation. For others, a glass of wine or shared drink may be viewed as a way to relax, connect more deeply, and enhance intimacy within the bounds of a loving and committed relationship. They might argue that the intention is not to become inebriated, but rather to create a more relaxed and enjoyable experience. Ultimately, there is no single, universally accepted answer to this question. Each individual, couple, and religious community must grapple with these complex issues and determine what feels right for them, guided by their faith, their values, and their conscience. It is essential to approach this topic with compassion, empathy, and a willingness to listen to perspectives that may differ from our own. Let us strive to create a space where these conversations can occur with honesty, respect, and a genuine desire to understand the diverse ways in which individuals navigate faith, intimacy, and the use of alcohol. Thank you. Friends, colleagues, esteemed guests, we gather today to discuss a sensitive and complex topic: the intersection of religious perspectives and the consumption of alcohol during intercourse. It's a subject fraught with nuance, tradition, and deeply held personal beliefs. Therefore, I approach this discussion with respect for all viewpoints and a commitment to understanding. Across various religious traditions, the stance on alcohol consumption generally, and within the context of intimate relations, varies significantly. Some faiths strictly prohibit alcohol in any form, seeing it as a corrupting influence that clouds judgment and diminishes spiritual connection. For followers of these faiths, the idea of drinking during intercourse would be considered unequivocally unacceptable. Other religions hold a more moderate view, permitting alcohol in moderation for social or ceremonial purposes. Within these faiths, the appropriateness of drinking during intercourse might be a matter of individual conscience, interpreted through the lens of scripture and religious teachings. Considerations might include the intention behind the act, the potential for intoxication to impair responsible decision-making, and the overall impact on the sanctity of the marital bond. Still other traditions, while not explicitly endorsing it, may not directly address the issue. In these cases, individuals are often guided by broader principles of morality, personal responsibility, and the importance of mutual respect within the relationship. It's crucial to remember that religious interpretations are diverse and often evolve over time. What one individual or community considers acceptable may be seen as offensive or forbidden by another. Therefore, open communication and mutual understanding are paramount. When navigating this sensitive area, it's vital to prioritize respect for individual beliefs, adherence to the core tenets of one's faith, and the well-being and consent of all involved. The goal should always be to foster healthy, respectful, and spiritually fulfilling relationships that align with one's personal values and religious convictions. Ultimately, the decision of whether or not to consume alcohol during intercourse rests with the individuals involved, guided by their faith, conscience, and a deep respect for each other. This discussion, I hope, serves as a starting point for further reflection and understanding on this complex and personal matter. Thank you. Alright, let's address the topic of drinking during intercourse from a religious perspective. This is a complex issue with varying viewpoints across different faiths and even within specific denominations. It's crucial to approach this with sensitivity and respect for diverse beliefs. Generally speaking, most major religions emphasize the importance of intention, moderation, and responsible behavior in all aspects of life, including marriage and intimacy. Therefore, the acceptability of drinking during intercourse often hinges on these principles. Some religions may have stricter views on alcohol consumption altogether, discouraging or even prohibiting it regardless of the context. In these cases, drinking during intercourse would likely be considered inappropriate. Other religions may allow for moderate alcohol consumption in certain social or celebratory settings. However, even within these faiths, there could be concerns about the potential for intoxication to impair judgment, diminish self-control, or lead to actions that could be considered harmful or disrespectful within the marital relationship. Specifically, some religious perspectives may express concerns about impaired consent, if alcohol consumption leads to impaired judgment or coercion, it could violate the principles of consent and respect within the sexual relationship. Loss of self-control. Some believe that alcohol can weaken a person's moral compass, potentially leading to actions that contradict their religious values or commitments. Disrespectful conduct. Intoxication might lead to behaviors or language that could be considered disrespectful or demeaning to one's partner. Spiritual purity. Some faiths emphasize the importance of maintaining a clear mind and pure heart, particularly in intimate moments. Alcohol consumption might be seen as hindering this spiritual connection. Ultimately, the decision of whether or not to drink during intercourse is a personal one that should be made in accordance with one's own religious beliefs, moral convictions, and respect for their partner's views. Open and honest communication between partners is essential to ensure that both individuals are comfortable and that their values are being respected. It's crucial to consult with religious leaders, theologians, or trusted members of your faith community for more specific guidance tailored to your particular belief system. Remember, these are complex and nuanced issues, and seeking knowledgeable counsel can help you navigate them responsibly and respectfully.